Hello everyone, it's Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace, and welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you coming along. Those who have been following me, thank you for coming back, and those who have just found me, welcome and thank you for coming along. Today we are going to do week 36 of the Margarete Miller 52-week collage challenge, and as you can see, I already have my background down. So let's go over the prompts. First off, it's hashtag 2024CW36 if you want to see what others have done with these prompts. So going over the prompts, we have a button, anything postal related, something that lays eggs, something that turns or spins, a photo, and a floral pattern paper. Okay, so what you see as my background is the floral pattern paper, and that came from the Tim Holtz wallpaper scraps, worn wallpaper scraps. And I just gotta say, see if I can keep the glare off. I've just gotta say, I've had this for a while. I don't think he's even doing these wallpaper things anymore, but I sold wallpaper for many years, outside sales rep, and these patterns are reminiscent of, certainly reminiscent of the 80s, early 80s, which is when I started into the wallpaper business. And these look like some from there, even into late 80s, early 90s. So anyway, he did a real good job with those. I'm sure they're real wallpaper pieces. They're not real wallpaper pieces, but they're real wallpaper patterns, I'm sure. Okay, so we have, and that is the bonus, is the floral pattern paper, and I've already put that down as my backdrop. Then let's see, we might as well go from the bottom up, since this is the floral pattern and that's the bonus. The next one up is a photo. This is taken from a magazine. It is from either the Good Old Days or the Reminisce magazine. I don't know which one. I just cut out photos and put them in folders according to the time frame that they were from. So I don't know which magazine it came out of, but it's one of those two. I do know that. Okay, so that's going to go there. Then we need something that turns or spins. And I have this vintage phone that the dial turns. So we're going to put that down. Something that lays eggs. I have the obvious, a little bird, and he goes down here somewhere. And then that's the something that lays eggs. And then something postal related. I have this portion of an envelope from 1946 with an embossed stamp that was on the envelope. So you used to could get envelopes that already had the embossed stamp on there. Back in 1945, obviously you could. That's going to go down here. And then a button. Well, I've got more than one button. I have 4 buttons, and they're going to go right like that on my collage. And this is what my collage is going to look like. So I inked around the bird because he didn't quite show up enough. I need to have a clip on here. This side is getting very fat and this side's very flat, so we're kind of off kilter here. This bird got inked around with some black ink because he did not show up enough, but I really like the colors of this. So let's get this down. I am filming I'm going to use my glue wall right here, which I got at Pop Shelf, which is supposed to be an upscale Dollar General. And this bottle was $3, which is not bad for 4 fluid ounces. And it's not school glue. It's Elmer's, but it's not school glue. It is glue all, which is supposed to be a little bit stronger. It works fine for collaged things. I have not had any problem at all in getting these down and them staying and, you know, not coming up and all of that. I don't know how well it is for something that might be more critical than just putting down paper. I have not, like, I'm not sure I would use it on gluing a, I didn't get that on the bottom like I wanted to, but we're going to leave it there because it's there. I think I will do a glue stick for this picture because it is a magazine. Get my glue lid on. It didn't pop like it's supposed to. So let me get my glue stick. So I'm liking the glue all just fine for most of the things I do. I need to turn over my page. Something just fell. I don't know what it was. Something just fell. Okay, so let's get this glued. I'm right over here to the side if you can't see me gluing this photo because I just don't want to use glue. It sometimes is bumpy and sometimes shows. Most often not for me. I usually don't have any problem with that, but I'm just going to use a glue stick for this one. And I'm going to have to stand up to make sure I get this somewhat where I want it to be. Like I said, I am filming this early, about a week early. And it went along pretty quickly, but it has been laying here because I'm about a week ahead on most of the time for these collages, and so it is true with this, but it's been laying here since I did last week's collage, which will come out Monday, or you'll see it Monday. I did it a week ago, but this one has been laying here waiting for me to figure out what I'm going to do, because that's how it happens. That's the way it is. Okay, I'm going to stick these buttons right here. I have a little story to go along with this one, just a simple little fun little endearing story. These little girls have on these little matching dresses, and their mother made the dresses for them, and they were so excited to have them. And they had these little buttons. This is the buttons that was used on the little blouses. And they were so excited to have these new dresses that they wanted to call their grandmother to tell her they have new dresses. And while they were on the phone, and they were on the phone in the kitchen, where oftentimes back in the day of this phone and in 1945, when this envelope was, and this looks about the same time frame for these girls, maybe a little earlier, but I don't think so, according to what envelope I had them in. While they were on the phone, they were looking out the kitchen window while they were on the phone, and lo and behold, they see this bird. And they just got so excited while they were talking to their grandmother on the phone that they were just like chattering away, just like the bird, and just so very excited. So this is a little representation of their conversation on the phone. And that is my simple little story. I started to do, I'll tell you what I started to do, but I didn't want to go find a picture of myself. I was going to go find a picture of myself, maybe in that time frame, or that age. I'm not quite that old, but in the age these girls might be, and find a picture of myself to use as the photo, because, and then you still use a phone as the something that turns, because when I was little and, old enough to want a phone, which could have been pretty young, I wanted a princess phone, a pink princess phone so badly. Of course, I never got one, ever, but I really wanted one really bad. And I just thought the princess phone was such a neat phone, and color pink would have gone in my room so well. that I wanted a pink princess phone. So I started to do that because I have a vintage ad that I haven't allowed myself to cut up yet. That is of a princess phone. And so I was going to do that. And then still have the buttons and the, you know, the buttons and the bird. But at least that was going to be, you know, the phone and the photo. But I didn't feel like going and finding a photo of myself when I was that young. So I didn't. I'm still not sure I would have been able to make myself cut into this ad. I love these old ads, and I just find it hard sometimes to cut into them. This phone was from the Cut and Collage book, so it was no big deal. These envelope pieces I won from Margarete Miller when I was part of her group that she does, and I won those in a drawing. And the bird is from my bird book, and this is my collage. So let's make sure we have it all. Put my lid back on my glue. Right there. And let's make sure we have everything. I know that we do, but I'm going to go over it anyway. So we have buttons, and it says a button, but you can take creative license, and I needed more than one button for it to look right. So I have buttons. 4 buttons. A postal related item is this part of an envelope that was sent to Winchester, Massachusetts on February the 21st, 1946 at 4 p.m. Something that lays eggs is my bird. A photo is these little girls from the magazine, and something that spins or turns is the dial on the phone, and then the floral pattern paper is in the background. And I've put this bird, he's on a little branch, and I've put him down, so I don't know if you can see it or not, so that it looks like this branch is the stem of this flower on the wallpaper. I just thought that was kind of cute. So anyway, that is my collage for this week. Short and simple, sweet and easy. And I like that. And I think my prompt goes right up here. Is that right? Let's make sure. Yeah, up here. And let me put that down. And I'll show you what I'm going to use for the little bit of decoration. I didn't do much. I'm going to put a stamp, but I haven't found the stamp yet. I'm going to put a postage stamp. I haven't found that yet to put on here, but I do have a piece that I'm going to use. So I will get that. I'm plopping my glue down on the table on its bottom when I glue something, because I'm hoping that will jog the glue out of the nozzle so that it won't stick or clog up. So that's our prompts, and I'm going to use this little piece this is also from the Tim Holtz wallpaper, worn wallpaper pieces, and I'm going to use this just down here, and I think I'm just going to probably stick a little stamp up here. I'm not going to put that on there yet. It will be shortened, just like that. I'll do a little tearing on this side, just like that. I like the torn edges, and that's going to go down just like that. I'm not going to put it down yet because I'm going to wait till I find a stamp. Now, one other thing I'm going to do is I make, and I've done a video on this if you're interested, I make faux vintage tape. And I have this one piece right here and I may use some of that over here that I think I want to use, because the bottom of this picture was yellow right there. So that almost looks like a piece of tape. And I wanted to put a little piece up here to mimic that as well. And we're going to do that just like that. So, that wiped off some. I just did that a few minutes ago. Okay, no, it's okay. So that is my final touch on that one. So I thank you all for coming. Again, those who have been following me, thank you so very much. Please leave me a comment if you would. I'd like to know what you think about my work. You know, if you like what you see, if you like my collages, you know, whatever. That's a good thing for YouTube's art algorithms. So if you would, leave me a message and let me know what you think. I also love to hear from you. So if you would, again, if you so feel like it, leave me a message and let me know what you think. And I appreciate you coming along. If you would like to get further videos from me and haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will get further videos from me. And I am not sure I'm going to do the Margarete Miller. If she even does it, she may not do it another year. But if she does, I'm not sure I'm going to do them. But I have something else in mind I might be doing that I don't know if I want to start it now or if I want to wait and let that be my main projects for next year. I'm just not sure. Anyway, I'm still pondering. I don't know if I'm going to do these next year or not. But anyway, let me know what you think. And if you would like to, Margarete Miller has all the prompts from the last this is the 4th year, I believe. From the last 4 years are on her website or on her Etsy at Mellow Miller on Etsy, and you can get the prompts if you want to start doing them. Thank you again for coming along. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.